Today on the channel, we're joining up in the King's Court with WWE Greatest Hits Mattel Series 6, King Sheamus.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Greatest Hits Series 6 unboxing and review. And today, we got one of the forgotten kings of the WWE. We got King Sheamus. But for all your King Sheamus Greatest Hits needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. We know how that goes, of course. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Let's see what old King Sheamus is up to. An interesting figure back in the day and an interesting one in this day and age here. And like I said, a bit of a forgotten king. It's one of those things, you get so many different kings of wrestlings, especially for a few years of WWE. We were getting a new king every year. Really kind of hard to keep track of everybody, and if everybody gets to be king, does it really mean anything to be a king? I don't know, but King Sheamus, as you can see here, a different take on the king as far as garb goes. Bringing it back to Ireland, I guess, is what he's doing there. Who knows what he's up to? But we're going to dive into this one here. Window box, a little bit smaller, of course. Greatest Hits logo, WWE, 8 and up, Elite, WWE, Sheamus, Certified Authentic Sheamus, Greatest Hits Elite. Then on the back, we got the tail of tape, we got the blurb, we got the glamour shot, we got the cross-sell, unboxing every single one of these on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe. And at the very end, we're going to unbox the Natalia Chase, and we'll rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned to that one to come. Sheamus from Dublin, Ireland. Shout out to Ireland, home of Night Demon kind of this day and age. Shout out to Night Demon. Height 6'3", weight 250 pounds. In 2010, the Celtic Warrior, almost said Celtic Warrior. He's like a young Larry Bird out there, or a young Dennis Johnson, or maybe Robert Parrish, or maybe even Bill Walton. You could put him in there, or Kevin McHale. We could go on and on about Celtics if we want to. Heck, we could take it to the D. Brown years if we need to. Maybe Paul Pierce. Shout out to the Celtics. In 2010, the Celtic Warrior battled his way through 15 other competitors to become the King of the Ring. Career highlights: WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, United States Champion. Notice being a king is not on his top accomplishment, so that's a little disappointing. But there it is. See you later. Goodbye, plastic prison. Old King Sheamus doing King Sheamus things in the packaging as well. Very pale skin tone here. A hallmark of Sheamus. Made Sheamus feel and look very, very different with that pale skin tone. Always liked that look for Sheamus. Made him stand out in a crowd of other big dudes, that's for sure. We're going to get him out of here. And man, he's locked in all over the place. And I hate it when they're locked in where they're almost impossible to get out of there. Let's see. Can I get the ankles through the front? Usually I'm a backdoor man, but today, going in through the front door. That's what I'm doing. There it is. All right, we're off to the old races. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic clip ties over there. And let's get down to Sheamus, and let's start it off with some of these accessories first. We got 2 gripping hands out of the package, 2 fists of Sheamus Fury, and 2 splayed out slapping hands for those keeping track at home. Looking good right there. But then we get his, I guess his little stick. I guess it's a shillelagh. It looks like something Fit Finlay would have had back in the day. And can you imagine Fit Finlay and Sheamus as a tag team? Oh, that'd be a bruiser tag team. They could be the bruiserweights, maybe. Who knows? But looking good here. The black stick right there. Staff action. A little gold bronze at the top there. Looking very nice. Now we're going to dive into old Sheamus right here. And we'll start with the head on this one first. Is this a different jacket? I think this is different, but we'll start at the head here. Got Sheamus mean mugging. You got that orange beard going on. You got the orange hair. Has the crown. Now, is this crown going to be removable for us? I don't know if it is. It feels like it should be. It does have some movement to it, but it also feels a little stuck in there. So I'm going to say it's stuck in, and it's going to be stuck in for me, and that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. But a nice crown here, almost like a crown of thorns right there. Heavy as the crown Sheamus wears, of course. And I can't remember who Sheamus was feuding around this time. Who was his hot feud when he was king? I don't even remember there. But it looks like Sheamus. There's no mistake in it. Of course, that spiky hair, that orange hair. This is just Sheamus all day long, of course. Very pale skin throughout. Another hallmark of Sheamus, as we mentioned earlier. Now, he does got this cape, and I guess I'll grab the other Sheamus here. And I was thinking it was different. It is not different. It is the same thing going on. However, the robe here, the shawl, the cape, whatever we're going to call it, definitely has some differences. Now, the staff is the same, but you do got a lot of differences between these two right here. Skin tone, a little bit brighter on this, a little even more paler here. Obviously, the joint's going to be different, but you got a nice green and gold Oakland A style. Shout out to the Oakland A. Shout out to good friend of the channel, Bob Welch. Bless his heart, of course, Bob Welch, and Dennis Eckersley, too. Oh, shout out to Dennis Eckersley. But the green and gold over here, more of a darker gold, I guess, and green on this one here. Same hood in the back, of course, but different colorings on the capes and jackets. Now, you do got more forearm guards here, more forearm tape on this one than this one, so there is a difference right there. And then how about the tights? Tights, pretty much same thing. Boots, pretty much the same thing. Knee pads, pretty much the same thing. So a lot of stuff we've seen before, but there are some differences. I appreciate a little color differences there. And of course, you want to make these guys feel different, make them feel different between the two. So maybe I leave this one with the whole regalia on, and maybe this one, we take all that off and we have him without that on. Maybe that's the way to go. I'm not sure. You got to choose your own adventure at the end of the day. Choose your own King Sheamus adventure is what we will do. But diving into this one here, I guess articulation, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. Sheamus over here got weak ankles after all these years. His ankle's just giving way. He's wanting to fall over on me. Hands movable back and forth, side to side. That's one thing you can do. Make the hands different, of course. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Once again, we get this crazy hip leg issue with Mattel. You always get one leg that'll go out just fine, the other one kind of frozen to time, and then, of course, you got the bounce back. You got the action feature. Look at that. Sheamus just ready to go. He's like a Hasbro back in the day. This leg does not bounce back, though, so you can easily tell which one, and for whatever reason, it seems to be primarily the left leg that they're having issues with, which is really strange as well. So something not hitting right. Where's the quality control? What is going on with these figures? I am not exactly sure. You got the lock on the pants here, or I should say the trunks going on. A little black, little green, little gold action, of course. Thigh cut, we do got double jointed knees. They do got pins in them. Boot cut, ankle back and forth, up and down. Not too much going on here in the ankle department, but it does look to have these new ankles, which we're here for that, of course. But Sheamus looking good in his king persona. One that's, like I said a few times, a little bit forgotten in this day and age here. But Sheamus does fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Boy, this other one's got some weak ankles after all these years, so might have to hit that one up with a little tightener action or something like that, because, boy, he's not standing up good at all. But, man, Sheamus rides again in Series 6 of the Greatest Hits. Is this a pickup for you? Pass, long game, don't really care at this point game. Feels like a weird one to put in the Greatest Hits line, but it is what it is. Mattel's gonna Mattel. That's what they're gonna do. I'd love to find out the reasoning for why some of these guys got into the Greatest Hits line. I'm not against it. That Cody Rhodes, a fabulous idea. Natalya, an even better idea. But why this Sheamus over some of the other Sheamuses? I don't know. It's just one of those interesting things, I guess. There it is, King Sheamus. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. So much content, so little time. I know how it goes. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the WWE Jakks Class Superstar Series, now available on Kindle, as well as soft and hardcover at, of course, Amazon and Barnes & Noble. SirPaul64 on the X is where you're going to find me. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for King Sheamus, I'm King Kyle. See you guys all real soon.